Alrighty then. They're sure as heck building this up with this kind of epic countdown. Alrighty then. Let's see what you got, Nomura. For context, remake is rated T. Final Fantasy VII. The epic that changed the gaming landscape forever. Showing Advent Children. Got the bombing run theme going. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. There's a rumor that Crisis Core is going to be getting a some kind of port or whatever, and so I don't know, maybe we'll see that. I completely forgot to mention that, by the way, but yes, there is supposedly a Crisis. Speaking of Crisis Core, there's some footage from it, but yeah, or from the cutscenes or whatever. So they're going through, you know, all the various Final Fantasy VII entries, but Dirge of Cerberus, yeah, the critically acclaimed classic that's Dirge of Cerberus. But yeah, there is rumors of a Crisis Core or something here. The live stream. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alrighty then. Remake. Are we gonna get the Xbox version just out of the way? Or is this just going to be some kind of recap? Okay, well, hold on. That was PC. That was PC footage. So this might be Steam, actually. This might be a Steam version announcement. We've known that Steam version is coming for a long time, though, because there was references to Steam in, like, the Epic Games Store version. From what I remember. Yeah, I'm guessing this is going to be like Steam version confirmation. Yep, Steam. Tomorrow! I mean, it's already on PC, so like maybe that's not too surprising. Okay, so Steam version. Yeah, Kitase. He's another one of the big, like, Final Fantasy bigwigs alongside, like, Nomura. Specifically when it comes to stuff like 7. Like, Kitase was actually the director of the original Final Fantasy VII, I believe. I think they forgot to put subtitles. They forgot subtitles! What? Why'd the subtitles just stop? They forgot to put subtitles, what? No, I don't want German. What? Okay, I don't know why the... Whatever, we'll just turn that on. Why did... There was like built-in captions, and then they just stopped, so whatever. But yeah, so Steam version. Steam Deck. They're gonna... Because obviously the Steam Deck is a big deal. So they're gonna bring that up. I mean, obviously a remake is never coming to the Switch. Like, for all the talk of can the Switch handle X game or Y game, I can safely say it cannot handle remake. So, pointing out that it runs on Steam Deck is actually a notable thing. Merchandise and music. That's kind of neat. I like that they're not spending that much time on this. They're just kind of like blitzing through it like, hey, here's a bunch of various merch you can buy. But they're not like really making a big deal out of it. Unlike a certain other company for their 25th anniversary celebration that focuses on merch a bit too much. Oh, man. I can tell you right now, if Remake was to come to Switch, it would 100% be a cloud version. There's no way in hell, like, the Switch is gonna run Remake. But yeah, you can play it on the Steam Deck, so if you got a Steam Deck, there you go, you're in the clear. So yeah, they got that stuff out of the way quickly, which I like, again, on like a certain other 25th anniversary. It's like they know that people are not here for the merchandise and stuff like that, so they just kind of got it out of the way. Okay, so here we go. So, First Soldier and all that. And Ever Crisis. Final Fantasy, the First Soldier. With remake music? It's still weird that this game even exists. Like, that one screenshot from the reveal that's like, Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale is like, yep, this exists. That screenshot from the first trailer, that's a real thing. Again, I do want to try this at least once, but I need to get it working on BlueStacks or via some other kind of emulation. And you can, like, tell, like, obviously that, like, enemy right there is from Remake. Obviously, this game does use a lot of Remake assets, as you'd imagine. Although they are somewhat downgraded, obviously. Okay, here we go, Ever Crisis. There's Crisis Core. And there's just FF7. So this is all new, obviously. That's, I assume, also Crisis Core. That's just FF7. I've never played Crisis Core, but I'm guessing any scenes that focus on Zack are Crisis Core. That's FF7. That's Crisis Core? But that's like an overhead perspective, like it's the original. It's kind of interesting. You know, this is all pulled from Remake, obviously. Every single asset on the screen right now is just pulled from Remake. Because, yeah, all the battle sequences are going to be, like, Remake-style 3D. Like, they're turn-based still, but they use the Remake assets. Which is pretty impressive for mobile, even though, again, they also use Remake assets on First Soldier, but it's much more blatant on this. Okay, you can see a bunch of different costumes that you'll be able to get through, like, the darn, the gacha thing. I mean, it looks good. Both like the chibi kind of style, like overworld stuff like this, and like the battles both look good. Too bad it's trapped on mobile. This like the Final Fantasy like pixel remasters that came out like a year ago. This is like a game that's like, why not put this on something people actually play? I'm not saying there can't be mobile versions, and I get why they're on mobile, because Japan loves mobile. But for the rest of the world that wants to play these on an actual freaking system, put them on an actual freaking system. Okay, I'm guessing that little thing they just showed right there is supposed to be an allusion to like the Sephiroth backstory they said it was going to be coming in this game. That's what I'm guessing that was. So Ever Crisis is coming out, at least beta-wise, this year. Okay, let's see. Is this gonna be it? I mean, what else would this be? What else is this gonna be? There's only one thing this can be, right? Okay, this is the Crisis Core remaster. Yeah, this is the Crisis Core remaster. I know that's from Crisis Core, not like the FF7 remake reconstruction of that scene, because it looks different. Actually, no, not remaster, remake, because I've seen the PSP version of this scene. No, this is a remake of Crisis Core. Okay, that's really cool then. So we're getting the Ever Crisis version of this game, and we're getting like a full, proper, like real, like remake. You know, if that makes any sense. That's like that has like remake. Maybe not quite remake caliber visuals, but a lot closer to remake than like the chibi style they're going for. Obviously, you can't really tell the image quality too well from this compressed 1080p stream, but I don't know, it looks good to me. Because I remember whenever Crisis was announced, people were like, hey, look, Crisis Core's coming back. But then there was also a lot of people that are like, yeah, but I want like an actual Crisis Core remake that like looks like the PSP version, but better. And not like this chibi style. Well, here it is. Here's your actual, real, like, Crisis Core remake. What do you know? This is a game I definitely was gonna play at some point, but obviously now I'll just play the remake whenever that comes out. Then again, I still have to finish original FF7. I did a remake earlier this year. And I've been working on original FF7 every now and then, but I need to get through that before I play any of the other games like Crisis Core.
Not quite. It's a church.
By the way, what is your dream? To become first? Is it?
No, to become a hero.
Ah, good.
Yeah, I can tell that this looks a lot better than the PSP version. This is definitely a remake and not just a remaster. But obviously all of these like pre-rendered sequences are just taken from the PSP version, because why not, right? Because they're pre-rendered. Reunion is what they're calling it, okay. Probably because they didn't want to use the remake name again. All the platforms! All the platforms, even Switch. I'm actually really surprised it's on the Switch. But okay. Okay, so here we go. So we got Crisis Core Remake, and now we're gonna get like the big one. I'm guessing is what this is gonna be. Yeah, here we go. Part 2. Part 2.
Even if it has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future, not the past.
Ooh, actual gameplay. Actual gameplay. Okay, I was not expecting that. I was expecting just like some rendered sequences. Look at this real gameplay, presumably running on PS5, I imagine. Too bad you can't really appreciate how good it looks, because again, 1080p compressed. Bleh. But we'll watch the 4K like upload when this is done, because I'm sure they'll put that up. What is fact is, what is fiction? Obviously alluding to all the stuff that happened at the end of the first remake, you know, with the splitting timelines and all that stuff people have talked about to death.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
I want to rewatch all those like Maximilian like discussions with Easy Allies. Rebirth. Okay, people were speculating that they were gonna get like all of the remakes were gonna be next winter. Next year. Okay. That's sooner than I expected, actually. Okay, because people were speculating that, oh, remake is just the name of the first game, but they're all going to have different names. Boom. So the first game is remake, and the second game is rebirth. Okay. Okay, so it is going to be a three-parter. I mean, no duh. Everyone was expecting 3 parts. But okay. So, remake, rebirth, and what? Reimagine? It's going to be re-something. They're all going to be re. It's like how Spider-Man did the home for everything. Remake, rebirth, like reimagine or something. That's just the random one I'm guessing is like reimagine, because I don't know what else it'd be. I mean, I think that would make sense. I don't know. Okay. We got Remake Part 2. Okay, I was... No Xbox version of Remake Part 1, though. I thought that was actually a possibility. But hey, we got the Steam version. We got Crisis Core Remake. And we got actual gameplay of Part 2. And we even got a title for it. So, okay. That was good. I mean, again, this was short, but we got what people wanted. we got basically everything people wanted. We got Crisis Core. We got like, yeah, we got Crisis Core. We got a bunch of, we got Part 2. I mean, what else? What else? I mean, what else? What else did you want, right? I mean, that's pretty much what everyone wanted. So okay, that's cool. That's I didn't give this a like already. Well, yeah, I'll give that a like. So yeah, that's cool then. I'm surprised that they're putting the Crisis Core remake on Switch. It's cool, but I'm honestly surprised. I'm very curious to see how the Switch version is gonna run, because I mean, I could tell that the remake does not look as good as like actual remake. Like the Crisis Core remake does not look as good as remake, but it's definitely a big step up from the PSP version. So I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to run on the Switch. But hey, it's coming to PS4, PS5, even Series XS1, like all the platforms. So yeah, but remake Part 2 or remake Part 2, however, that is only on PS5, which doesn't surprise me, because again, I'm sure Sony handed them a nice fat chunk to be like, yeah, we want this to be PS. Just like, I mean, no duh, it was gonna be PS5 first. Of course, it'll come to the other platforms in time, but no duh, it's launching first on PS5 because they had the exclusivity deal for that, like with the first remake. With Part 1, so that's not a big surprise. That doesn't really bother me because I got a PS5, but it's cool that the Crisis Core remake is coming out on literally everything. But again, I'm very curious to see how the Switch version is gonna run. But yeah, that was good. Short, but we got pretty much what everyone wanted. Crisis Core Part 2. No Xbox version of remake Part 1, but aside from that, I mean, that's pretty much what people wanted. So yeah. That was good.